guys, just gonna do a quick video on my ownership experience of my 2023 BMW 330i. So overall, my impressions of owning this 3 Series, which is my first 3 Series, I've had a BMW X5 before and a 530i a couple years before that, and this is my first 3 Series, and honestly I really enjoy it. I see why people love this car. It's small but very quick and very luxurious. I feel that being the 4-cylinder, it does have enough power for what you want it to do. When you put it in sport mode, it has a lot of get up and go. Is it an M3? No. Is it an M340? No. But it does the job, and a lot of the times BMW does underrate their vehicles in terms of horsepower numbers. So I feel like there might be more than the 255 I believe that this vehicle is advertised as having. It does the job, I feel. In terms of driving dynamics, I like it. It handles very well. It goes where you want it to go. I did notice one thing though. I don't know if it's particular to my car. I feel like it does wander a little bit on the highway. Like right now we're doing like 74, and I feel like it needs a lot of correcting. Sometimes I feel like it wanders the lane, and I do have the lane keep assist on and the steering intervention on for that particular reason, because I do find myself constantly having to correct it, and it's a little tiring. So I don't mind the steering intervention if I'm going on a long drive. So that's something that I did notice. And my particular car is not equipped with the radar cruise control. I forget what BMW calls it, because I know every car company calls it, you know, some particular package. But the radar cruise control, I feel like it's a must-have, especially for long drives, and I do miss it. I used to have it on my Acura before and my Lexus. I don't think I've had it on any of the BMWs I've owned, but I feel like it's a must-have for long highway drives. The brakes, this being the M Sport package, I believe it does have the upgraded brakes, and they work very well. Stops on a dime, and overall, I gotta say, I really like this car. And the fuel economy, oh my god, can we talk about the fuel economy? It's a 4-cylinder, yes. I'm averaging anywhere between 32 to 35 miles per gallon, depending on how I'm driving that particular trip. And you can't beat that, especially now given the state of gas prices. By me, I think if you go by Costco, I think you can get premium 93 for like $4.17 a gallon, which is a steal if you really think about it, and especially now. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the prices are going to be in the summertime. Hopefully it's even cheaper than that, but I don't know. I think it might go up. But you can't beat that for 93. So the fuel economy is really great. Driving dynamics are great. Just the steering on the highway is a little off sometimes. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the way I'm interpreting it. I just never experienced that in some of the other vehicles that I've owned. What else can I tell you? I haven't had any issues in terms of the electronics. Now, in the past, I've had issues with my 530i. That vehicle did have some electronic issues. For example, if you put the vehicle in reverse, the screen here, the infotainment screen, would just go completely black. I haven't had that issue with this car, although I did notice one time when getting in the car, when it was starting the startup animations here in the instrument cluster, I did see some like digital pixels and stuff go out of whack, but that was just for like a few seconds, and then everything went back to normal. Other than that, never happened again, and haven't had any issues with the physical screens itself. Now, I do want to talk about Apple CarPlay, because this vehicle is equipped with wireless Apple CarPlay, which is great. I love wireless Apple CarPlay. I had an Acura TLX prior to this, and that vehicle required you to connect it to use Apple CarPlay, which, if you think about it, yeah, if you're going on a long drive and you're using Apple CarPlay and you need to charge your phone anyway because it's going to kill your battery, this way you have the option where you can just hop in the car, you can have the phone in your pocket, and Apple CarPlay pops up, which is great. It's very convenient. But I did notice a problem. that with the GPS, sometimes the GPS in the car, the Apple CarPlay and Google Maps and Apple Maps, so I guess it's an issue with the GPS, it goes out of whack. So it'll say you're in the middle of like a river, but you're really on the interstate, which is so weird. And the only way I've ever found to correct that was to, while you're connected via Apple CarPlay, turn off Wi-Fi in the system settings, and then wait a few moments, and then reconnect the car to Apple CarPlay. That's the only way I've ever noticed to correct that issue. And it is annoying, and it's had been to me probably in the 3 or so months that I've owned this vehicle. I want to say it's happened probably 5 times. And so, most of the times at very inconvenient times, especially like if I'm doing a long drive because I go back to the city so often. So that is annoying. And if you're trying to do the disconnecting on the highway, it's not the safest. So that's a really, really big annoyance. But I think that's the only big annoyance that I've had in owning this vehicle in that time. And I think that's about it. In the next few months, I'll probably think of some other things, or probably experience some other things as the warm weather comes. Some things to report back on. But until then, stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll try to push out as much content as I can. Let me know what you want to see. Have a great day, guys. Peace.